We are so excited to be here and support this important program. Do the Right Thing is a collaborative effort of several organizations, including the St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department, St. Louis County Police Department, the Southern Illinois Police Chiefs Association, Education Plus, St. Louis Community College District, McDonald's Restaurants, Memorial Hospital of Belleville, Commerce Bank, Sigma Aldrich, Wayland Security, the Magic House, St. Louis Science Center, St. Louis Snow Cone, Lindenwood University in Belleville, McKendree University, and KMOV Channel 4. We have a lot of supporters. These partners work together in order to recognize the good things that children in our community are doing. I'd like to also introduce some important participants of Do the Right Thing. At the helm of the program are 3 police chiefs. I'd like to first introduce Lieutenant Colonel Ronnie Robinson, representing Police Chief Sam Dotson of the St. Louis Metropolitan Police Department. Don't be shy.
All right. Hey, it's good to see everybody here, and we can't begin to imagine how it affects the children that are awarded in this program. This program has been in existence in St. Louis now for 24 years. And I'd just like to recognize a young gentleman that's in the room that was one of the founders and here from the very beginning in the back of the room. I don't know if he's ever recognized Captain Steve Mueller. And to the children, to the kids, the young adults, I'm just so proud of you guys. It's so good to see. It's very refreshing to see children doing the right thing in their communities and reaching out to their friends and their family, and it's just good for you guys to be a positive influence on the people that are close to you. So congratulations, I'm very proud of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Colonel Robinson, for your support. I'd also like to introduce representing Police Chief John Belmer of the St. Louis County Police Department is Captain Mark Cox.
Good morning. What a great day. What a great event. Chief Belmar is very proud to be a part of this organization. It's great to be able to honor our young people. They do such a great job. Chief Belmer wanted me to thank each one of you and congratulate you today. And he said that you guys have what heroes and leaders are made of. And I think that's really true. It's a wonderful organization. And the other thing that he wanted me to express is congratulations to the young folks, but also to thank the parents and to thank the teachers and the friends that have shaped these young folks into who they are today. So thank you also.
Captain Cox, thank you. And I would also like to introduce our host today is Belleville Police Chief William Clay. He is the president of the Southern Illinois Police Chiefs Association.
Thank you. Just about a half hour ago, me and the captain back there, we were out at West High School here in Belleville, and we talked to about 120, 150 high school students, and that was refreshing to talk to them. But I'm telling you that is because we talked about the fact that I said when I leave here, I'm really going to do something that I enjoy doing and going to do the right thing. I said there are some really nice applicants there and people who win, and they do wonderful things, and we enjoy doing that. And I said as much as I like talking to you high school students, I really like being a part of that process. So I'm happy to have you here. This is in Belleville today. I am in charge here today. This is my community. So you enjoy yourselves and have a nice day. Thank you.
We also want to thank our board of directors for Do the Right Thing. If you guys could stand and raise your hands and we can all applaud you. Also, if you picked up a program, take a look at the back. It has instructions for where you can see the group shot when we all waved, our right and then our left. That shot is going to be on our news program at 6 o'clock tonight on KMOV Channel 4. Set your recorders a few minutes before and after if you want to see it later when you get home. Also refer to KMOV.com in the near future. For our YouTube channel, you can see the entirety of today's program. So, and also if you look on the inside of the program that has our Facebook page, you can see each child's individual story that we'll be talking about today. If you also like and reference our page, you can see the latest information about our program. So I think we can get underway and start handing out some awards. We'll start with Jessica Barr of Valle Catholic School, or is it Valley? Okay, sorry, I'm from California, the Spanish dialect. Valley Catholic High School. Let's give Jessica a big round of applause. Jessica is a senior at Valley Catholic and has made an impression on those around her. Miss Carrie Gegg, who nominated Jessica, stated she had the privilege of watching Jessica mature into a young adult. Jessica has a heart of gold. Last year, she organized a fundraiser for a young mother who was battling cancer. She organized and implemented the entire fundraiser. They were fortunate that their little school raised over $600. This year, Jessica heard about 2 young children in the community that are battling leukemia. She could not sit back and watch the families battle alone. Jessica organized another Krispy Kreme fundraiser. Miss Gegg was very impressed to see the hard work and determination Jessica has shown in getting the fundraiser started. Jessica is not your typical senior, as you can see. She is constantly thinking about others. Jessica is very involved in school activities, as well as working part-time jobs at both a veterinary clinic and Dairy Queen. Thanks to her dedication and compassion, there are members of her community directly benefiting her efforts and encouraging those around her to make a difference. So today we are recognizing Jessica Barr for doing the right thing. And if Miss Carrie Gegg is here, she can stand up and take a bow for nominating Jessica. Jessica, you get to answer our question first. We asked every awardee, what would you like to be when you grow up?
A vet.
A veterinarian. Very cool. All right, a round of applause for Jessica. You can sit back down now. Or we can just have you stand up here for the entire morning. Next up, we have Kennedy Bowen of Bloomsdale Elementary and Tanisha Gegg of St. Genevieve High School. Over the summer, there was a storm that blew through St. Genevieve, Missouri that involved severe winds, heavy rain, thunder, and lightning. Mr. Steve Miller, who nominated Kennedy and Tanisha, stated there was no power at Kennedy and Tanisha's house for a couple of hours from a transformer being knocked out by a large tree that fell on it and the power lines. Their grandmother drove through the cemetery, checking out damage and trying to see if the flowers were still on the grave of their great-grandparents, which they weren't. After Tanisha was done playing a long day of softball, the two drove with their mother to the cemetery to look for the flowers. They walked the cemetery looking for the flowers, not having any luck. A woman told them of flowers that had been blown into the bean fields that she had piled up earlier. The two followed the woman and brought the arrangements back to the cemetery, walked the bean fields, continuing to pick up arrangements there and in the cemetery. The two found the arrangement for their great-grandparents and returned it to the grave site. They contacted those whose arrangements had phone numbers, letting them know where their arrangements could be located, and let a worker at the cemetery know where they had placed arrangements for anyone looking for them. They took the time on a very hot day to locate and save as many flowers as they could for the families of those in the cemetery. Thanks to their kindness and generosity, the families who have loved ones buried at the cemetery have someone who gave their time to make sure flowers honoring their families could be returned. So today we are recognizing Kennedy Bowen and Tanisha Gegg for doing the right thing. Wait, you can't leave until you answer the question. So, Tanisha, what would you like to be when you grow up?
A graphic designer.
Very cool. Do you know any graphic design programs?
No, I mean, I'm in my high school class. I do Photoshop and everything.
That's a good start. How about you, Kennedy? You want to be a teacher. What do you want to teach? You don't know yet. Well, I think you got a little bit of time to decide. All right. Congratulations, girls. Next up, we have Brianna Broden from Jefferson Elementary School. Right this way. Brianna has shown what a great friend she is, as well as how she is an upstanding member of the Jefferson community. Jamerson McCloskey, who nominated Brianna, said one morning Brianna came into the office with several small emojis. Everybody knows what an emoji is in here, right? Okay. So Jefferson School is using them as an incentive for their fundraiser. Brianna mentioned that a friend of hers had taken several of them from the office. She didn't want her friend to get into trouble, so she talked her into letting her bring them back to the office. For using her great character skills, Brianna deserves to be nominated for doing the right thing. Brianna has taken what she has learned in school through our character programs and applied it to a real-life situation. She was a good citizen and helped a friend learn a valuable lesson. Jefferson School could not be prouder. Thanks to her compassion and friendship, another student had a great friend there to teach a lesson and support her when she needed to make a better choice. So today we're recognizing Brianna Broden for doing the right thing. Is your teacher here, Brianna? Mr. Jamerson McCloskey, if you could stand and be recognized. Thank you for nominating. 2 questions for you, Brianna. What kind of emojis were they? Oh, we're gonna need you to demonstrate the face of the emoji. That's okay. What would you like to be when you get older? A singer. Very cool. Well, you got a bright future. Congratulations, Brianna. Next up, we have Nikishan Kapler from West Haven Elementary School. Talk about an upstander. You know, the person who steps up when a person is being bullied to make a difference. That is what Nikishan is. He didn't just stand by while it went on to be a bystander. Miss Allison Pauling, who nominated Nikishan, noticed and had to share with all of us. She said when Nikishan noticed a younger student being verbally bullied on the school bus, he told the bully to stop and not pick on that younger student. Nikishan then took it upon himself to sit next to the younger student while on the bus and make sure no one else picked on his new friend. Thanks to his concern and caring ways, other students have someone they can count on to help stick up for them when they need it. So today we're recognizing Nikishan Kapler for doing the right thing. Is Miss Allison Pauling here? Thank you for nominating Nikishan. Cool hairstyle. What would you like to be when you get older? A police officer. All right. Did you say something? Congratulations. They're happy, as you can see. Next up, we have Colton Kutz from Valley Catholic Grade School. Colton is a hero. He went out of his way to help someone else. He didn't have to. He just jumped into action. Miss Colleen McClure, who nominated Colton, said Colton was playing football during his afternoon recess. While in the middle of his football game, he heard and then saw a kindergarten child in another area of the playground who got hurt. Colton immediately left his football game and ran as fast as he could to the injured child. As he ran past Miss McClure, he yelled out that someone was hurt on the playground. Colton consoled the child for the moments it took Miss McClure to get to her. Colton then offered to take the child to the school office to be checked out. He stayed with the child during this entire time, even though she is 2 years younger, and he was missing his recess time. Miss McClure was very impressed with Colton's kindness and concern for another child, especially a kindergarten girl. Colton loves all sports and always spends his entire recess time playing football, soccer, or basketball. Colton even missed a game of football with his classmates to run to the rescue, then help and comfort a younger child. Colton did the right thing in his recess and should be an example to other students. Thanks to his kindness and compassion, a fellow student had help when needed. So today we recognize Colton Kutz for doing the right thing. Is your teacher here, Colton? Miss Colleen McClure. Congratulations. Colton, what would you like to do when you get older? Construction worker. Very cool. Next up, we have Kaylee Marshall from Smithton School. You know, some kids who do stuff not for the attention, they do stuff because it is kind, it's caring, and it's the right thing to do to help someone else. Kaylee is one of those kids. Mrs. Pam Redden is Kaylee's cross-country coach who nominated her. She said Kaylee was at a cross-country practice and noticed that a runner had black electrical tape on the end of his shoe. Several other students were questioning him as to why he had tape on his shoe. The student informed them that he lived in debt and cannot afford shoes. Kaylee went home upset about the situation and wanted to go out and buy the student a pair of running shoes. The team was heading to a meet in 2 weeks, and she wanted to also spend the money to buy the student a shirt from the meet. She did not want him to know who did these things for him. After Miss Redden spoke with Kaylee's mother, Miss Redden was able to find out what size the student wears, and the next day they not only bought one pair of tennis shoes, but brought in 2 pairs, one for cross country and one for basketball. Kaylee put them in the office for the coach to give to him. Kaylee is an exceptional young lady who deserves to be recognized. Thanks to her compassion and generosity, she helped make sure her teammate was prepared to run the best race and let him know that someone truly cared about him. So today we are recognizing Kaylee Marshall for doing the right thing. Oh, and everyone here has to keep Kaylee's secret. Don't tell him who bought those shoes. Is Miss Pam Redden here? Thank you for nominating Kaylee. What would you like to be when you get older? An architect. All right. I'm happy about it. My dad's an architect, so I like that. Good choice. Next up, we have Malachi Neighbors from Dewey Elementary School. Wait till we tell you about Malachi and what he did just a little bit over a month ago while you were all sleeping snugly in your beds. Miss Janice Bisher-Nea, who nominated Malachi, said Malachi and his family were asleep in the middle of the night on September 12th. Malachi woke up to thick black smoke in his home and immediately jumped into action. He ran to alert his family and made sure that everyone, including his newborn sister, safely made it outside. It turns out the family was able to put out the small fire that had started in the kitchen and prevent major damage thanks to the swift action of Malachi in the face of an emergency. Thanks to his bravery and quick action, his family is safe and their home is much better than it could have been. So today we recognize Malachi Neighbors for doing the right thing. And is your teacher here? Miss Janice Bisher-Nea. Thank you. So you want to be a firefighter, a police officer?
Firefighter.
All right. Put that on your resume in 5 or 10 years.
Hold on. I'm missing one.
We're missing Trinity. Intermission.
Can you make sure that Trinity's isn't stuck on your listener, please? No. Okay.
All right.
Sorry.
Trinity Stevenson, come on up. What a beautiful smile. Trinity knows the value of friendship and that a small act can go a long way to having a positive impact to those around her. Ms. Barbara Harness, is it Harness or Harris? Harness, who nominated Trinity, said Trinity noticed a student with no one to play with and decided to introduce herself. The student has difficulty communicating well with others, but Trinity has befriended this young lady and makes a point of talking to her on a regular basis. Even though the student's words are few or hard to understand, Trinity works with the student to make sure she clearly understands what the student is trying to convey. Trinity has stepped up and made a friend of someone who might otherwise find it quite hard to do so due to her communication difficulties. She is doing the right thing for the right reasons out of the kindness of her heart. Thanks to her kindness and friendship, another student has a friend she can truly count on. So today we are recognizing Trinity Stevenson for doing the right thing. Is Barbara Harness here?
Yes.
Where is she? Oh, thank you for nominating Trinity. Trinity, what would you like to be when you get older?
I would like to be a model and an actress.
A model and an actress. Wow. We'll look for you on TV and in the movies. Next up, we have Trey Villani. Do you ever watch a video where the person recording it leaves something valuable out, and you watch how many dishonest people there are as they take it and run away? Well, you would not find Trey on that video. Miss Erica Chandler, who nominated Trey, said fifth grader Trey Villani recently was rewarded for his honesty when he found a sum of cash at a local park. While playing with his cousin and aunt, Trey spotted a wad of paper on the ground. Upon inspection, Trey learned that this contained over $200 cash and a check. He attempted to find the owner at the park but had no luck. With the help of his aunt and social media, they were able to track down the person who had lost the money. Trey was given a reward by the appreciative owner. We are so proud of Trey's honesty. Thanks to his honesty and kindness, a member of his community knows that there are people out there who are caring. So today we are recognizing Trey Villani for doing the right thing. Erica Chandler, is she here? Thank you for nominating. Trey, what would you like to do when you get older?
Police officer.
Nice. And you know, they only like to hire honest police officers, so you are on the right track. You can sit back down now. He's like, okay. Next up, we have Grant Warfield. Grant really stepped up in an emergency. It's like he was a first responder on the situation. Miss Tracy McCollum, who nominated him, stated Grant and his mom were in a terrible car accident. They were hit from behind while waiting to turn left. They were both knocked unconscious. Grant came to first and immediately went into action. His mom was motionless and bleeding. He found her purse, jumped out of the car to get help for her, and called his dad to explain what had happened. After making sure someone was with his mom, he rushed over to the truck that had hit them to make sure they were okay. I'm not sure many 13-year-olds would be able to hold it together, but this guy sure did. The picture of the car really amazes me that either of them survived. Grant is very deserving of the honor of doing the right thing. Thanks to his quick action and concentration in an emergency, he helped make sure his mother and others in the accident were getting the help they needed right away. So today we recognize Grant Warfield for doing the right thing. And Tracy McCollum, we also want to thank you for nominating. Thank you. All right, so some kind of first responder.
I want to be a blacksmith when I'm older.
A blacksmith? Wow, that is cool. I don't think we've heard that one before. Is anybody in your family a blacksmith? Wow, good for you. That's a very unique profession to go into. Well, that does it for all of our awardees today. Let's give them all a round of applause. And if you didn't know, these stories were chosen out of hundreds of nominations. Each and every month, hundreds of children receive certificates of recognition from Chief Belmer, Chief Dotson, and Chief Clay, along with McDonald's meals and Do the Right Thing t-shirts. Every child is a winner and is recognized. Please help us to promote Do the Right Thing by advocating nominations. By promoting good character traits, we help children build their self-esteem. We all have a chance to make a difference. I would like to also take a moment to acknowledge other people in the room who deserve a big round of applause. Would the parents, guardians, and family members of our Do the Right Thing winners please stand? If the teachers and school administrators could also please stand. I think all the police officers please stand. We are sincerely grateful to all of you for being part of this group. Your support is what keeps Do the Right Thing going. Remember to refer to the website, kmov.com, and Do the Right Thing. Tracy, is it dotherightthing.org or .com now? DoTheRightThing.org. DoTheRightThingSTL.org. Gosh, this new website, I gotta get used to this. And remember to watch Channel 4 tonight at 6 to see today's winners. Thank you for coming. Have a safe and wonderful day.